son. Where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico. They never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll.
Well. Good evening. Peace, blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Happy Saturday to the good people. Wherever you're watching from, you took time out of your day to scroll on by here. And I want to say I appreciate it, even if it's just for a second. Shout outs to my poets, writers, my content creators. Keep doing what you're doing. Ignore the haters. Ignore everybody that is counting you out. Don't worry about it. You love what you're doing, right? All right. That's good enough. Don't worry about that. Focus on your craft. Keep getting better at it. Stay consistent. Remove anything that's around you that is not helping you, that is not elevating you. If it's negative, keep it far away from you as you possibly can. I want you to look at the title. I got a clip I want to play for you. We're going to talk about it. We need to be honest. We need to be completely transparent about what's happening here. No more lying to ourselves. No more lying to anybody else. If you want the truth, I'm going to give you all the truth that you can ask for. Shout out to this woman who spoke. She said a lot of real stuff here. I'm going to play the clip, and we're going to chop it up. Grab you something to drink. Do me a solid. Like, share, repost, hype the video. Let the folks know we are live. This is probably one of the most honest platforms you're going to get on social media. That being said, let's get this up on the big screen. And let's roll a clip.
Who's deep in the world will not always see the value of a godly man. You'll be too boring, too disciplined, too structured, too unable for chaos, because if she's used to excitement, drama, fast attention, late nights, and ego validation, peace feels unfamiliar. A godly man doesn't move off an impulse. He doesn't entertain every DM. He doesn't chase everybody. He doesn't need the club to feel alive. And to someone addicted to stimulation, that feels dry. But here's the truth. That same man they call boring is the same man a praying woman calls safe. He's not boring, he's stable. He's not lame, he's disciplined. He's not missing out, he's focused. The wrong environment will make you feel out of place, but the right woman will recognize leadership, self-control, and vision immediately. Not everyone is built to appreciate restraint, and that's okay, but you don't lower your standards to be entertaining. You stay aligned and let the right one see the value. A woman who's deep in
I follow a few platforms on YouTube, and there are niches about relationships, about the matriarchy, all that. And it's the same conversation day in and day out. Why this? Why that? Why are we here? What's stopping us from having this? What's stopping us from having that? But the answer's always been in our face. It's not a secret. It's not a shadow or some elusive signature that escapes our eyes. Everything that we need to know about what's wrong has always been right there next to us, tugging at our heartstrings, dancing and diddling around in our face. Parents, cousins, commercials, the word of God. The signs are always there. Are we really confused? That's the question I have for the people. Anybody who watches now or watches later, my question to you is, are we really confused at why nobody can seem to find their match, or why no relationship seems to work out? Is it really a secret? Are you really that lost? Cut the bullshit. Let's not play this blame game. Let's not do this. Oh, he don't listen to me and he don't understand women, and we're not about to do that. When it all boils down to it, the reason why we are in the state that we are in is because worldly people do not want godly men and women. Let's just be 100% honest about this whole thing.
Bang, 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 bang.
You know what it requires to be with somebody who has principles and standards and morals on both sides? I'm not just keep it right here. We're not about to play tug of war. This is not tug of war. Do you know what is required to maintain anything that is healthy? Do you fast? Do you exercise? Do you go to the gym? Are you changing your diet? Has the doctor told you you need to cut back on some things? Have you been to therapy? Have you been through any dry season in your life? Have you ever had to cut anybody off? Revamp, reinvent yourself. Does any of that registering to you? Probably not. You know what's required to be with somebody who is disciplined? I don't think a lot of people do. I believe you have people who understand and they know that they can't live up to it, or they refuse. They don't want to put in the time, the energy. They understand. In order for them to be with someone who has a criteria, they will cut you the fuck off. They don't have no problem walking away from you if you're toxic. They have no problem going the other way if it means that their spiritual house is in order. They have no issue moving on with their business, withholding intimacy, finances, friendship. They'll cut you off just as easy as they welcomed you in. As soon as you decide that you do not want to reciprocate and you're bringing extra baggage that is going to deteriorate anything that they have that is from the creator. Nobody, and I mean not a single man or woman on this planet who has a relationship with God and they have their priorities aligned and they bust their ass for that anointing and they worked to have a clean and clear thought process. Their clarity is crystal clear. Nobody that is moving pure and they don't have all of this tarnished trauma, they're not about to deal with you if you reckless and you unruly and you double-minded. Nobody is putting up with that. They want something. They have a mission. And it doesn't involve problematic sites of adults who choose to remain in a secular system based on carnality. Oh, you're not going to like this one. That's fine. I'm cool with that. See, you arguing and you going back and forth on all of these social apps, wanting to be heard and seen, and you want to be felt, and you want to prove that you're right and this person is wrong, but you're forgetting there's a root cause to every single issue that we face. Yesterday, I did a live stream on Houston spring break. 42,000 men and women contracted STDs. Does that sound responsible? Does that sound like somebody that you want to bring home to your family and walk down the aisle with? They have no line. They cross every border. They step over every fence. If you were in a relationship with any of these men or women that went out there, your life just got completely flipped upside down. The spring break in Houston should be a clear example that people are more worldly than they are spiritual. As unpopular of an opinion as that is, there's nothing holy about that. And I'm not here to judge or point a finger. That's just face reality. That wasn't holy. And even me, I say, glory, praise, and honor to God because I don't deserve his grace or his mercy at all because I screw up every day. But I acknowledge him because without him, then this doesn't exist. I don't exist. I can't keep on going. It's no different than them. But see, when you have this freedom, nobody's knocking you for it. But when you have that freedom, you know what come with it. You know exactly what choices and what reactions you're going to get. And that right there was a prime example of it. Men and women do not want to deal with disciplined men and women. You want them, but you can't maintain them. So you take a shot and you press, you're attracted to it. All for you to just taint them and fuck up their path. And if they don't have no type of control over their walk or their sense of self, they will allow you to come into their world and rearrange everything that they got going on. There's nothing out here. There's nothing out here. It's far, wide, and in between. It's easier for you to just connect with somebody who is straddling the fence like you, liars like you, manipulators, cheaters, lustful. There's no real requirements. They don't really ask you for much. They just cosplay. They pretend that they got high ground. They pretend like they on the up but they don't really walk the walk that they're supposed to. And it always ends up showing. You watch everything on social media, it proves it right there. It's easier to deal with somebody who's not going to challenge you, to force you to look in the mirror and say, am I the best man that I could be? Or am I settling? Am I the best woman I could be, or am I settling? The jealousy and the envy that people get when folks seem to just find a way. They find the answers, the solutions. When they decide, you know what, I'm gonna give it to God. I'm gonna stop getting in the way. I'm gonna stop doing what the hell I want. What I want ain't cutting it. Every time I jump in front of what the plan is or what the design is, I set myself back further. I delay everything that was supposed to be coming to me because you want to go out and you want to have a good time. You want to have sex with whoever you want indiscriminately, and you want to pretend as if you want this commitment or this level of stability you know damn well you're not prepared for. And that's why you continue to pursue unstable. They might have a job, they might make money, they might dress and smell good. Their house is not in order spiritually. They are a mess, a complete and utter mess. Mentally, you can't hold a conversation with them. They don't know no word. They have no future plans for a family. They don't know how to be a family. They don't know how to take the lead. They don't know how to be led. This world is proven that they would rather be without God. That way that they can live the lifestyles that they want versus have actual structure that protects them from their own foolishness. That's the harsh reality. No one wants to hear that though. And I get it. It's uncomfortable to know that you're being lied to your whole life. It's fun to go out here and parlay it with random people that you think are attractive. It's cute by social media standards. It's adorable when the lights are on and the clips and the repost and all that shit says, oh, you must be important because you got a whole bunch of women chasing after you. They want to take you from your spouse. They want to partake of your husband. They want to be a part of a harem. It's all sickness. It all breeds sickness. Oh, but a man or a woman who is not opening their legs for just anybody, a man or a woman who properly vets and wants to get to know you as a human, they want to grow with you. A man and a woman who sees their self-worth so strong in themselves, they can easily turn their head away and then they don't even know you. You don't want that problem. You don't. But it's exciting. It's the mystery and the thrill. You know what I see a lot of? What I see a lot of is men and women who see a challenge. The challenge of conquering something that they have no business messing with. You know you ain't shit, but you lusting, and they seem like they could be a good time. So it's a challenge. You want to see if you can snatch them away from all the good that they got going on, just so that you could have 5 minutes, 15 minutes of fame with them. Or you just live in complete denial You think you're ready for it. You swear up and down you're ready for it, but you're not.
Sensational.
It absolutely is. It's the idea. SM, what's up? Customs salutes. It's the idea that I give you an example. I see an attractive woman. She is spiritually curated from top to bottom. I mean, she's intelligent. She's in shape. She reads. She's employed. She's not in debt. She has a relationship with God first and foremost, and she walks with a different level of grace. She knows how to present herself in public. She's soft-spoken, feminine. And then you have me, the wretched man who still lust after Megan Thee Stallion and Sexy Red, and I'm still into secular music, and I'm still smoking weed and drinking. I have no decorum whatsoever when it comes to dealing with business. I'm in and out of the street, but I'm a smooth, eloquently spoken gentleman who knows how to convince the object of my affection to invest in me. I appreciate you, SM. What business do I have pursuing this woman who has nothing to do with the streets? She has nothing to do with gang violence and baby mamas and smoking and putting all types of impurities in her body. She respects her temple. Let's like keep it a buck. She respects her temple. Most of us don't respect our bodies at all. We put every type of poison that we can think of in it. She doesn't do it. I do it. But, I want her. I want her because I like what I see. But I ain't nowhere near equipped for that type of a relationship. But I still pursue it anyway. Because I'm a smooth talker, because I'm dangerous, because social media said that a dangerous bad boy is the guy that's going to provide you with safety. He's going to make sure that the threat is put down. He's going to give you excitement. He's going to provide you with all of the exhilarating responses and reactions that you could ever want. He's going to take you up and down on that roller coaster. Yeah, he's rough around the edges. But that's because you can fix him, which is an absolute lie. So I get involved with this. She doesn't want to deal with me, but I keep pursuing and pursuing and pursuing. I end up getting her. She gets thrown off of her path. Now she's starting to adapt to my lifestyle. She's no longer her own person anymore. Guess what happens? You just shaved off a year, 2 years of her life. If you would have just left her alone, She wouldn't have ended up with a kid with somebody that's out here sleeping with multiple people, or we be messing up other people's life all because of selfishness. We too selfish. Now I gotta bring that one up on the big screen real quick. I like that. I actually like that breakdown right there. Seriously. Let's talk about that. That's exactly one of the main reasons why we are in the condition that we are in. This country is hurting. Our communities are hurting because of this very thing right here. Rebellion, rebellious nature, rebellious attitude, rebellious mindset. We don't want God. We want to live how we want to live. We think we know everything. We've been lying to ourselves forever. And reality always smack us back in the face, don't it? Every time. Every single time. We just hard-headed. We impatient. We lazy. We want to have fun. We want what we want. We don't want what we actually need. And it's been like this since the beginning of time. You're right. You're absolutely right. You got a mixture of chosen men and women trying to mix in with men and women who are still worldly. Can't do that. You got worldly men and women trying to blend in with them, but you're not really interested in them. You lying to yourself. You want the center. You want the easier outcome. You don't want a man that's going to come into your life and try to get you to go to church. You don't want a man to come into your life and talk to you about how you dressing. You don't want a woman to come into your life and get you off of these apps, liking these photos and doing this, that, and the third. Y'all want the danger, the thrill, the rush. You want what comes quick. Anything that is worth having it does not come easy. You got to put in some pain for it. I mean pain. That means you got to talk. And I mean you got to talk and you got to ask questions and you got to do simple things and you got to go on dates and you got to vet and you got to court and you just can't just sit here and say, you know what? I spent $50 on you. I spent $200 on you. Now you my girlfriend. Now you my wife. Give me some box. I just spent $5,000 on this. Now you owe me this. Oh, you're tall, so I'm gonna take you back home. We're gonna have a one night stand, and then you're just gonna automatically be committed to me. Oh, I'm gonna just have random sex with you. My sex should be good enough for you to be loyal and content with me and me alone. Throwing away your body, throwing it away, then pretending like you don't get hurt when you don't get treated the way that you expect. You go out here dressing the way you dress, That goes for man and woman. Why would anybody take you serious? You get treated the way you present yourself. And that don't just go for your dress code, how you talk, how you stand, your faith, your lack of. Anybody who has a purpose in the calling and they focus on their purpose in their calling, they're going to forever eliminate every single soul who is not walking according to the alignment in which they are operating in. They can't stand it. They won't be able to be there for long. They can pretend. Worldly people, they can try all they want to step in your calling. They can only do it for so long before they get exposed. I'm gonna call it work fatigue. It's when a person doesn't know that they are serving two masters or trying to serve two masters, and they try to attach themselves to another person who has their house in order, and they don't realize that they have spirits in them that are being utilized to throw the righteous person off of their course through you. Yeah, you're being used, but you can only keep it up for so long before your attitude come out, before your ego start to puff up, before you start to get haughty, controlling. You don't know how to give people space. You want to change everything about them in a bad way. You're oppressive. Worldly people, they are not happy. Worldly people are not happy at all. They just know how to put on a better show.
Protect the sheep, you got to catch the wolf. And it takes a wolf to catch a wolf. You understand?
The difference between a worldly man and a woman and a godly man and woman, what you see with the godly man and woman is what you get. They lead by example. Their consistency testifies for them every single day. If I have a rough day and I'm stressed out or I'm going through something, I can still give praise to God and still treat people the way I would want to be treated. A worldly man or a woman, they go through anything. They're going to scream at you. They're going to yell at you. They're going to curse you out. They're going to backstab you. They're going to betray you. They're going to call you all the most horrible things in the world. And then gaslight you. The day after, they're going to act like nothing ever happened. A godly man or a woman, they're going to love you regardless. We don't like you don't take your frustrations and your anger out on somebody else. We have more regulation over our feelings. We know how to control the way we think and how we move, and we know how to compartmentalize certain elements of our day and move them out of this. You don't have nothing to do with what happened over here. I would never talk to you like that. Why would I talk to you like that when this is not in direct cause of you? Y'all don't. The worldly people are miserable. I'm telling you, they miserable. They act like they ain't because they want to be godly, or they just reject it and they hate themselves or hate other people who are godly because that demon in them. Hold up. Shout outs to Deanne Young. I see you over there. Appreciate you. Let me bring this up here real quick. Yeah, let me see. We've lost so many wonderful people, all extremely wealthy celebrities in there. You know that thing about Hollywood and these wealthy people. I've asked myself this before. Are they all really happy? We see the red carpet, we see the cameras, the fans, everybody want an autograph, everybody want a viral moment off their name and all that. And then when you see them doing interviews and they doing these movies and shows, they look like they in the best time of their life. Does that necessarily mean that they happy? Doesn't necessarily mean that they're godly. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're worldly. We only know but so much. So for a lot of them that lost their life, it's tragic. And I couldn't tell you one way or another what side of the team they was playing on. Because a lot of them folks done sold their soul. A lot of them. They might have came into the industry cool, had all that burst of energy. They were loving, kind, charismatic. But by the time they started getting introduced to certain people who were demonic and practicing sorcery and witchcraft and all that other stuff, because you know it's real. As soon as they got in contact with them folks, all that went out the window. You gotta be very careful with who you affiliate yourself with. You gotta be very careful who you consider a friend, who you consider family. You gotta be very considerate of who you call your husband, wife, or potential. People be having spirits with them. Some people know they got them. Some people don't know they got them. And they've been sent to destroy you. That's why you hear so many people saying, I'm glad I'm single. I'm not tripping off of it. I don't care. Like at this point, I would rather be celibate for the rest of my life than to try to go back out here in the dating world and deal with this. Everything you see on social media is people contracting STDs, or it's some real freaky otherworldly stuff. I just did a reaction short with a 29-year-old African American woman forced her 6-year-old child to perform fellatio on her. That broke my heart. She forced her child to give her head, and then she recorded the video and she sold it. Yesterday, it was 42,000 men and women bringing diseases back from Houston. Today, it's a grown ass woman having inappropriate relations with her own kid. What's going to be tomorrow? Oh, it's so much going on in this world, but you don't really see nobody talking about it. So much. Where do you think this came from? What man or woman in their right mind thinks to themselves, I'm going to perform coitus or some form of sexual activity with a kid, let alone your own? Like, where does that just come from? That ain't no normal human type of thinking. That's demonic as hell. You cannot tell me that's normal. That's worldly. That woman done seen some things. That woman done experienced some stuff out here. You've gone beyond missionary position. you've gone beyond just kissing and tongue kissing and holding hands. You done advanced to some dark web shit. You doing things that you gotta have a special email or a special HTTPS code to type in order to get to that type. Nah. Right now, if you ain't out here having relations with any and everybody, it's cool. Be proud of that. I wouldn't even trip. Matter of fact, I'd say that's a cause for a celebration. You lucky. You're not miserable. Well, you might feel lonely here and there. You might want company, but guess what? Name me one. Name me one person that is worldly and superficial that is happy with their partner. Name me one worldly person. Do I gotta define? Do we need to go into what that really means? Worldly means you reject God's word. You reject His doctrine. You reject His commandments. You do everything that is completely opposite of what the word says. You just go out here and live completely however you want. You have no regards whatsoever of nothing that is in the book. Your attention is on physique, age, finances, notoriety, credentials, package, bra size, backside. That's where your attention is on. You're not missing nothing. And I challenge you to name me one person, name me one rapper, singer that any of this crap has worked out for them. Because most of the YouTubers make a lot of money off of conversations about wealthy men and women who have extravagant lifestyles, but their whole relationship catalog is absolute garbage. Tell me I'm lying.
ByVoicy.network.
I'll never get it at all. Worldly men and women can't handle nobody that has structure. In order for you to deal with someone with structure, you're going to have to show up, because now you're going to have to learn their love language. You're going to have to learn how to add on to what they already got. You're going to have to learn how to control your temper. You're going to have to change your dress. You're going to have to change the way that you talk to people and how you move out here on these social media spaces, how you deal with people out in the street. You can't be reckless. You can't be buying things just to be buying stuff. You can't be all messy and gossipy and childish in conversations. You really got to sit there and talk and listen to talk. You are an adult now. You are dealing with somebody who got too much going on. They're not about to sit there and waste time with you. That's why you don't do it. If anything else is just to waste their time, just to say, well, at least I hit, at least I was there. And that's why we got all these diseases as it is. I keep saying it. If you broken, you ain't healed, and you got a lot of problems, especially you don't like being told no, you don't like being chastised, stay away from people. Stay away from folks that know what they want. They ain't looking at other men and women. They ain't looking for other opportunities, other options. You are the priority. You are the option. God is the priority. Your household is the priority. We're not looking to social media to validate us. We're not looking to social media to make us feel young again, to make us feel like we're attractive, to make us feel like we are worth something. We're not looking for social media to approve of our finances, to approve of our family, to approve of our dates, our trips, what we wear, where we go. We're not trying to prove nothing to the world. You are trying to prove something to the world. That's it. That's all.
My God, are you still talking?
And that's for the ones that keep on having this back and forth on these shows. Y'all keep talking about, well, if the man wasn't like this and the man wasn't like this, and well, these women doing this and these women are doing that. We already we know what it is. But they don't want God. When you live in the world, you move like someone who lives in the world. What's the hard part about that? Right back at you. 1251, right back at you. And I mean that. I really mean that. It's hard enough as it is out here. We don't need more stress. We don't need more bills. We don't need more problems. We don't need more sickness. We need more love. We need more people that are healed. We need more conversations like this. Worldly people are responsible for the problems that we have right now. That's as clear and cut as I can be with that. We are responsible for the conditions that we are in. So whenever you turn on one of these shows and you see them starting to point the blame and the finger at one side, and you trying to prove one is more right than the other, ask yourself why. What are you really getting out of that? What do I get from proving you are wrong and I'm right? It doesn't make nothing better at all. Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, what up? What's the word? What's the word? I'm just chopping it up, man. I'm just saying worldly people, worldly men and worldly women, they don't want godliness. which is ironic because you would think that we would want something that is stable. I don't know about the rest of you. I don't want nobody that is indecisive. I don't want to deal with nobody who don't know if I'm for them or I'm not. I don't want no confused nobody around me. If you don't know what the hell you want, you don't know what direction you're going in. If you in and out, nah, I'm cool on you. That's crazy. That is absolutely absurd. But we keep on blending. You gotta be solid. If you're a righteous man or woman, I know it's tough. I know the temptations is real. I'm not trying I don't want my dick to fall off. I'm not trying to end up like homeboy. You seen how his face was. Remember? I'm good. Too many diseases. Too many jealous men and women out here. You got a television show and a platform for every single thing that you can think of. I done watched 3 videos in the last 2 days of women stabbing their baby daddies. They not even married. They not even in the same house. They just had them a good time, produced a kid, and then 2 of these women stabbed their dude. The other one beat the hell out their dude, all because the dude was in all cases, they were all messing with other women. You think those are worldly men and women? No. And look, we done been down this road. We done all walked on the wild side and made decisions that led us in some real precarious spots. But if you know better, do better. Stay in your lane, man. You not missing nothing over there. I promise you, you're not. People are burning. You never know you could be burning her, man, earning her, man, and at the same time learning her, man. I'm cool. Liars. Everybody got a roster. Everybody got somebody hidden under a secret name in their phone. Everybody lying about their body counts. How often do you see people give praise to God? I'm just saying, like, I'm cool. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I'm good on that. I don't know a single person who is of the world that is completely satisfied. And you could have more than me and everybody in the stream. Just because you got more than me, that don't mean that you happy at all. Look at Cardi, India Love, DDG. The list go on. It is what it is. Do with that what you will. It ain't gonna really stop nothing. I know it ain't. People gonna be people. It's like I could say I be like thinking to myself, like, damn, I just said all this shit for like an hour. We be having these conversations up here. I be thinking like, man, these motherfuckers don't care about. They ain't listening to none of that shit. They gonna go right back to doing what they doing, or somebody is gonna see the title and they gonna scroll by because they don't care about that shit. Man, I want to see some ass. I know, and that's how I be for real, but it's still important to have the conversation anyway. I think I did better this time with my language. Hopefully, I did. I tried to minimize using the F bomb and the B bomb and the N word. I'm a work in progress. It's difficult. It's very difficult. But look, I want to give a shout out to Chef, to Marcus, to SM, to Deanne Young, and to everybody who pulled up for the stream this evening. We got a long week ahead. Oh, quick announcement. New channel. It's up. I haven't shared it out yet. About to get into some skit work. That's going to be dropping real soon. So tap in. This is a chill day. I didn't really do a lot. Mostly just scheduled shows for the week. But we're going to get back to it. I do want to say thank you to everybody who's been showing love to the channel this year so far. I appreciate the commentary. A lot of wise words have been in this comment section over the last couple of days. And I appreciate you sharing your thoughts and your views. It lets the people know, we are actually concerned about what we discuss up here. And it's not just me talking to myself, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow. I might not, because I came across something that I really want to talk about. I might save it for Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. Anyway, do me a solid before y'all go, if you don't mind. Remix.
Push the goddamn button back.
Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.